does not support banning gas stoves, and the Consumer Product Safety Commission, which is independent, is not banning gas stoves. So just want to be very clear on that.
Fast forward a few months, New York slipped it into its budget that it just passed, a ban on gas stoves in new buildings starting in 2026. With that, we bring in State Senator Jabari Brisport, who voted for it. Senator, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you. I get the idea here, right, is that natural gas and burning gas stoves causes problems and increasing asthma for kids and, want to reduce greenhouse gases and all that. What I'm wondering is why, if it's so important, why slip it into the budget? It's controversial. Why not just have a clean up and down vote on it?
Well, this is something that we do commonly in New York, which is to put progressive and good legislation for working class people into the budget, and would stress that this not only improves air quality for working class people across New York, but also cost savings. And just want to also stress that no one is coming for your gas stove. This is for newly constructed buildings.
Yeah, no, I understand that 2026, 2027, it changes. But can you understand people's skepticism? Because back in January, when the talk of gas stoves came up, everybody said, oh, there's going to be no ban. This is just a conspiracy theory. The New York Times said as much as well. And now, 4 months later, it's happening. Why shouldn't people think that if it's as valuable and important as you say, that coming for your gas stoves might happen next year or the year after?
Well, it's not a ban. Come 2026, no one comes into your house and takes your gas stove. But if you are a developer wanting to build a new building under 7 stories, you must build it all electric.
Right, no, I get that. But do you understand people's skepticism that we were told back in January there weren't going to be any bans? Now there is one. It was voted on in a budget that nobody really understood that was in the budget. At least the media didn't. And now all of a sudden you go, well, OK, there won't ever be a ban. We're not ever going to come for your gas stoves. But that could change, right?
Well, no. If you have a gas stove in your house, it will stay in your house. If you're moving into a newly constructed building built after 2026, it'll be all electric, which will save you money and also improve your air quality.
Yeah, no, I get what the bill says now. Joe Manchin, this is a recipe for disaster. Democrat, certainly talks about working class families. The federal government has no business telling American families how to cook their dinner. I can tell you the last thing that would ever leave my house is the gas stove that we cook on. To be fair, he represents West Virginia, not New York that you do, and it's a state issue. I think about the issue of so many people moving out of New York State specifically, and what's happened during the pandemic in the city. Do you worry at all that these kinds of sort of intrusions into people's personal lives and decisions about stoves might send more people packing?
Well, the number one reason that people move out of New York is because they cannot afford the rent, because the rents have gone too high. And what we have seen in studies is that newly constructed single-family homes that are all electric are actually cheaper to construct than newly built fossil fuel homes. And again, can't stress enough, this is a cost saving. It'll save on energy costs and improve health outcomes for residents.
Okay, New Yorkers, the poll that we just had up on this, and I think it's support the ban, 39%, oppose it, 53%. Again, if this is something that you could sell to the people, why put it into a budget and a vote on it like that rather than just have a clean bill about it?
Well, we're also on obligations to meet certain climate requirements to stave off climate catastrophe. And I would love to double check that poll, because when you call it a ban, people think you're coming to take the gas stove out of their home, which is not what this bill does.
Okay, well, yeah, that says what they look at it, but fair enough on the poll. Polls often are based on how you ask the question. You get any answer you want. We appreciate you coming on, sir, and being willing to come on and talk about it. We emailed every senator who voted for this, and you were the one who was willing to come on and defend it. We admire that, and you're welcome back anytime.
Really appreciate it. Love to talk again.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.